Thaniel still suffers. There'll be no improvement until his essence is restored, I fear.
I mean, same for the phrasing here. Come on, I need you by my side out there.
Good. Now our roots can deepen. Together.
I mean... it all sounds flirty. Okay, Halsin truly doesn't have, like, anything. Okay. Let's give all the arrows to Shadowheart, I just wanted to say. Let's give all the stuff to Gale then. I'll leave it with Karlach. I don't know. Can we put everything with like a... let's see if we have like a backpack or something. Ooh. Camp supply bags. Yeah. Backpack. Neckpack. Backpack. No. We have a pouch. I can't write. We have a pouch. Nice. So, of course we're smart, or sometimes at least attempt to. I'm just gonna put like all those things into the pouch. We can just move them together. Ah. I mean... Here you go, Halsin. Take the stuff. Githyanki Greatsword, I don't think you can use that. I mean, branding. It's kind of odd, because Druids, I think in this game, can use iron and metal. True, he's mostly in wild shape, probably. Still want to move around my equipment a little bit faster. Here. Okay. Maybe not this one. Now the big question. Oh. I think it's kind of sad that you still start at like the normal affinity, attitude, whatever. Even though, I mean, you traveled a while together. It's kind of sad. Anyway, let's level up. Yeah, I also heard that there are issues with Halsin and leaving Act 2, so the Shadow Coast area. I will take care of that. I will try to. Yeah. Which circle are we going to take? I'm not going to go for the Circle of Lands, cause yeah, our current party already has like 3 full and main casters. So either Moon with lots of white shape action, or Spores. I actually never used the Circle of the Spores. I think I will go for the Circle of the Moon. I want to turn into an owlbear. At least at a later level, I guess. I hope. I will just prepare the spells once I'm done with increasing his level. Let's take guidance. And defeat. Oh, Halsin is not the smartest, not the brightest candle, with intelligence 8. But I want to increase the wisdom. I don't see too many reasons to take a different one. Yeah. Ability score improvement. And on we go. So many level ups. Ooh, nice. Owlbear at level 6. There it is. And Panther. Panther's also at 6. Level 7. More spells. And last but not least, a late. Poor Halsin has to stand here and wait. I wonder if there's a feat which just increases wisdom by 1. Gives me something different. Skills is kinda nice, but mainly with your main character. They're like observant or something. You can really see that I usually don't go for feats playing a full caster. Druid Initiate just gives me one more level 1 spell slot. I definitely want to go to Wisdom 20. But I think there's nothing increasing just Wisdom. Like there are cool half feats in D&D, but I don't think you have them here. Too many of them. Actor is Charisma +1. Anyway, let's take Wisdom +1 and Constitution, I guess. And he has just Strength 10. This guy seriously just has Strength 10. He looks more like closer to 20 than 10. Alrighty, Halsin. Are you proficient with longswords? Apparently. That helmet. Let's hide it. Yeah, I mean, I guess the reason for him having low strength is that it doesn't really benefit the druid to have like high strength. But yeah.
Catch a break.
Okay, let's end the day. Anyone to... We can talk to Halsin probably. Now he's our companion. Beside that... Arabella is at least still here. Kinda reassures me.
Leave me alone!
Pot. Let's see if the others say something about Halsin being here or something.
Halsin is one hench elf. I'm impressed. And glad he's on our side. What's on your mind?
I'm also very happy that Halsin is now on our side.
Halsin's proved himself a fine ally already. He'll be useful in battle, if those tree trunk arms are an indication.
One of the few occasions where I'm like, taking the words out of my mouth, Lae'zel.
I think I'll enjoy traveling with Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked.
I thought it was more something about having a nice view or something. I never asked, are you Khazador's only spawn? Or are there others like you?
Khazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. He always insisted we were a family, even when he was carving scars into our flesh. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest.
Ah.
And now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
Oh. That's more compassion than I would have expected.
It's about time Halsin actually stepped up and joined us properly. He's certainly been taking up space at camp for long enough.
Nice. Let's see if we can talk about something
May
that
the
happened
darkness
here.
protect you. Fine. What's on your mind?
Actually not.
A savvy move recruiting Halsin to our cause. While I'm adept at most forms of weave manipulation, druidic magic is not my area of expertise. He will make for a most useful option to have in reserve.
In reserve, so on the sidelines.
Halsin is such a delight. Woe to the
Bet he is.
cultist who tangles with that thick hunk of an elf.
Oh, true, we couldn't say that so far. The cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Towers. Clerics confirmed it. I'm sorry.
Then we know our mission. All roads converge at Moonrise.
To Moonrise then. We can't let the Absolute take ground to you, Graven Guard.
We can't and we won't. The shadows be damned.
Hey, and last but not least,
Thaniel still needs our help. Part of his essence must still be out there somewhere. Look for signs of life in the darkness. Wildflowers where everything else is dead. The curse cannot subdue the power Thaniel bears. Not entirely. In fact, I think I saw just the sort before. Not long after we first came within reach of the Shadow Curse. Fool that I am, I did not grasp their significance at the time.
should have just
There
joined
is a
me
ruin
sooner.
some way outside of Last Light. I caught a glimpse of fresh blooms there, but did not investigate further. I shall mark it upon your map.
So many things we can talk about. I've met a peer of yours, the Druid Jaheira. No, Jaheira, right? Jaheira? I know I always say it the wrong way. Anyway, Jaheira, do you know her?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
You seem to admire her greatly.
There is much to admire, judging by the stories. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Defended the Grove, Korga, the Shadow Druids. At least now we can benefit from her presence.
All
And
that in just a
perhaps
few days.
work to a common goal.
You've spent all these years fighting the Shadow Curse. What happens once it's lifted?
Honestly, I never thought I'd make it that far. But the Absolute is a threat to all, and I promised I'd help you with your parasite. So, I'll remain with you. If you'll have me, that is.
Always. You can say, on that note, I need you to stay at camp for now. Of course, I only wish you joined me earlier.
So do I.
Hey, our
But
first
one duty
approval.
at a time.
And he's also the second character we can ask about how we're holding up in his estimations. I feel I haven't gotten to know you properly yet.
It's true, and I can't imagine I helped with that.
No.
Sometimes I let the task at hand consume me, and people think I'm obsessed. Trust me, the day I no longer have to talk about the Shadow Curse will be a happy one. What would you like to know?
Everything. don't take this the wrong way, but you're quite large for an elf.
I am? Trust me, it's been said.
All over
You
the
show more
internet.
restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now.
Any idea how that came about?
Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry.
Nice.
Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened.
How did you come to be a druid?
I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him.
Thaniel?
It was Thaniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend.
Oh.
I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector.
It's a very cute story how you became a druid. The half flirty line. Do you have people out there somewhere? Family, friends, a lover, perhaps?
You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanas as my teacher. And now I have you.
Aww. You're better off with me anyway. I'm sorry for your loss.
It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable.
Bearable. Maybe not the best topic to make stupid puns about. You didn't answer the part about lovers.
I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been
That's
lovers.
old?
Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding.
Hold on. Nature needs reminding of what exactly?
Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape. Only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned.
Nice. Oh boy. Don't leave me hanging. Is there someone in your life right now?
Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve.
Tell me something about yourself that I wouldn't even think to ask.
I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature?
Really?
I know. Well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey.
Honey. So you turn into a bear and you like honey. A little on the nose.
I like what I like. Once you get to my age, you realize there's little point in denying yourself, so long as others aren't affected.
That's very true, though. Whittling. What do you make?
Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks.
No, the goal is still to go for go for Gale. He will remain my one true love, but you can flirt on the sidelines. Interesting, we just have two options, and it's either mortal fear of krakens or nothing. I live in a mortal fear of krakens, though I've never actually seen one. But I guess being on an nautiloid could have caused that.
Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe.
And I mean, I wouldn't say no to Halsin. That's enough for now.
Anytime.
What happened before when the Shadow Curse was unleashed?
Druids and Harpers joined together to put a stop to Ketheric Thorm. We marched on Moonrise, and after much fighting, we prevailed. Even in defeat, though, Ketheric turned to Shah. Not long after we sealed him away in his tomb, the Shadow Curse took hold. No one had seen the likes of it before. No one knew how to react. Then it started to claim all those within its reach. Those who had survived the battles now fell to the shadows, became part of the shadows. And worst of all, I lost contact with Thaniel. I wanted to try and find him, but we couldn't stay. We would have all succumbed. When the Archdruid of the Grove, my predecessor, was seized by the curse, I had to lead the survivors to safety. That was my first day as Archdruid.
Great.
An inauspicious beginning.
Inauspicious. Sounded like you did what you had to and saved lives.
You are right, but I must not lose focus until everything has been put right. I've wasted too much time already. Years in which nature has suffered.
Yes, it's quite a long time. Yeah, I've seen a lot of women and men making art about him, so about Halsin seems to have a big fan base. Definitely. Also saw lots of fan art, also lots of revealing fan art. And yeah. Like, I think most of the fan art I saw was about Shadowheart, about Halsin, or about Astarion. So it feels like they are pretty famous. And also Gale, but I'm like actively searching for Gale fan art, so I don't think that counts. How am I holding up in your estimations?
Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose.
And I think Halsin just fits the daddy type very, very well, so I guess that's something lots of people are into. Yeah. The question who to romance sometimes is a very hard one. I don't know. Who would I romance if I romance a woman? I think I would romance Shadowheart. Yeah, probably. Definitely not Lae'zel. Karlach is also very cute, but I think Shadowheart would be more kind of my type. Yeah. Okay, let's sleep. So I have to say I'm very happy I don't have to romance a woman. Alright.